To our national story. This is the Great Fire. It's 3 p.m. on Saturday, the 1st of September, 1666. An ordinary Saturday at the end of what's been an exceptionally long, hot, dry summer, but also the last day before the whole of London was devoured by flames. And this area, which today we call Monument, would have looked very different. So forget the office blocks, the cars, the Portaloo down there, forget all of this. This would have been narrow little streets full of people going about their business, getting their supplies and shopping in before the whole city shut down for the Sunday. Now, this street here, well, at the top of that, past these sort of rather ugly roadworks, there was a meat.
Since I read about it, yeah.
Well, as a matter of fact,
she was a scape cow.
It's utter BS.
Yes, a scape cow, but not entirely. There may be an element of truth to it. We'll just have to wait and see how the story unfolds.
I can see what you might be hinting at there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's in the new dance music video featuring Randall and the team.
Oh,
is it? Okay.
Yeah, but after I watched it, I thought something's missing from it, and then I realized, oh, of course, Mike's not in it. Normal guy, of course,
replaced by Graham.
Yeah, replaced by Graham. Yeah. Okay, I got to give a shout out to that.
Wanjo.
It's not worth speculating about.
What
you have to do is prevent it ever wanting to. That's what we should be doing research on. There's no way we're going to prevent it from. It's smarter than us, right? There's no way we're going to prevent it getting rid of us if it wants to. We're not used to thinking about things smarter than us. If you want to know what life's like when you're not the apex intelligence, ask a chicken.
Yeah, I was thinking of my dog Pablo, my French bulldog, this morning as I left home. He has no idea where I'm going. He has no idea what I do.
Right.
I can't even talk to him.
Yeah. And the intelligence gap will be like that.
So you're telling me that if I'm Pablo, my French bulldog, I need to figure out a way to make my owner not wipe me out.
Yeah.
Move, I need a bottle.
Say no more.
I need a bottle.
Say no more. This album, Little Herb. Mm-hmm. Who's Little Herb?
Little Herb is a kid from the east side of Chicago, one of the most poverty-struck and dangerous neighborhoods in Chicago, who just had a dream of, rapping and making it out, but was knee-deep in the midst of the fire, real, like growing up over there and starting to do music at 15, 16 years old, and then picking up and making a name for myself and still being
your career, the K's kept coming.
Yeah, it's like that.
Four boys all start with K.
Four boys.
But is it? Let me get it. Kobe, Cody, Corey, and Casey.
Man, it's pretty good. It's a tongue twister, but that's pretty good.
If you guys were gonna have a girl, did you know what the name was gonna be with the K?
Carissa.
Carissa.
Yeah,
I like that.
Almost adopted a gal, a little one. Man, she was tugging at my heart. We were at a deal, an outing where some kids were getting placed with different homes, and it was close. I mean, I was pulling at my heartstrings for sure.
Roger, out of your four boys, how many made it into the major leagues? I know we just talked about three of them.
Yeah, three of the four all played professionally. Number two actually graduated from Cordon Bleu. He's a chef and in real estate. And he played a little football, had his kneecaps reset. So I said, can we try something different, And but yeah, I always played the dad role. I tell everybody that until, Casey, my number three child, Casey, just retired from.
Take more time for the entire contingent of North Korean forces to deploy to enter combat. Mr. Umerov said it would be difficult to quickly ascertain North Korean casualty figures, as Pyongyang's troops have been mixed in with the Russian army and are disguised as soldiers from the Republic of Buryatia. That's the Russian region just north of Mongolia. Institute for the Study of War, the US-based think tank, say this is likely because Russia is trying to integrate North Korean troops into the Russian force structure as opposed to maintaining separate North Korean units fighting under Russian command. Just on the North Korean troops, I note comments by Gideon Rachman, who's the foreign affairs commentator at the Financial Times. He said on Twitter yesterday, quote, "A usually reliable source tells me that the North Korean soldiers who have deployed to Russia have never had unfettered access to the internet before. As a result, they are gorging on pornography."
He mashed mulberry bark, hemp rags, old fishing nets and water into a pulp. He spread the slurry onto a flat screen, let the water drain and pressed it dry. What he held in his hands was thin, light, and surprisingly strong. Paper. It wasn't entirely a brand new invention. There's evidence the Chinese had been tinkering with similar methods for a century, but Kai Lun refined it, standardized it, and presented it to the emperor. The court embraced it. Paper was cheaper than silk, easier to produce than bamboo strips, and perfect for writing. With that, the Quiet Revolution began. For centuries, China guarded the secrets of papermaking, using it for government records, literature, art, and even wrapping delicate items like tea and medicine.
Technologists, we see them, on radiographs, we see them on MRIs, but we don't really see them outside of a patient in front of our eyes, put hands on it and see what it looks like. So
yeah, I think it's going to be really valuable to get up close and personal with a lot of these implants, especially some of the more unusual ones that we're going to talk about today, because it'll hopefully drive the point home about the MRI aspects of them, safety, MR conditional, what are the things to really be concerned about, and maybe talk about things like, what about an unlabeled, untested implant? How do you manage those patients? So nice. We'll have all of those conversations, hopefully.
Well, what's nice is because you're constantly testing these things, you're constantly being sent these things, right? So yes. You've got a whole guest room full of them, I would imagine.
Yes, and a garage and a shed.
Yeah.
Well, actually, before we jump into it, I'd definitely like to know, because I know you got interesting beginnings.
Yes.
Right? A little bit of your background for sure.
Yeah, so I'm a physiologist.
Number one is Finland, right?
Yeah, I mean, the top 5 is riddled with countries in that area, as always.
Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Costa Rica.
They get it all right. Costa Rica, that was a wild card, but good for them.
Yeah, but it's nice to see. Yeah, hats off Costa Rica. But yeah, it's like you said, in the United States, we absolutely, without question, have guaranteed freedom of the press. But in practice, it's a much, much different thing altogether. There's a lot of different ways that the press can be limited in what it says, for good or bad. I mean, there are definitely times where it's like, yeah, that's not really anything that anyone needs to know about necessarily, especially like, say, reporting on the failings of a private citizen or something like that. But overall, the idea of a press reporting of like journalism that is like just able to really get to the heart of a matter and explain it.
He would grow to dominate the Eastern Empire as the new imperial capital. And newer students to history always wonder about this. Why would Constantine leave Rome? Anyone who travels to Rome today, of course, is aware of the fact that Rome is filled with all of these relics, all of these artifacts from the ancient past. Places like the Pantheon or the Capitoline Hill where the Senate was once housed. But you have to remember that Rome was not as much of a big deal as it is to us today, at least not in terms of cultural memory. In Constantine's day, Rome and its glories were not all that distant from the past. Moreover, Rome was not in an ideal location to run the empire. The gravity of the empire, the central pull of it, was to the east. Out east, you had the principal economic structures. You had more wealth. You had more population density. You had more important cities to the ancient world.